say me. Gonna work till I what?
Tinitira ni Chip yung mechanical side, ako naman sa electrical. Punta ako dun sa taas. Tingin ko yung solenoid valve doon.
Good morning everyone. What we have here is the problem on our Reefer provision plant. Now the meat room is negative 11.3 and the vegetable room has a positive 1 and my fish room keep remain on negative 7.1. The problem is we are not able to reach the negative 23 set temperature for the fish room. Normally it should be negative 23, but on our ship we cannot reach that. Upon checking on the diagram, this is the PLC unit going to the solenoid valve on the Reefer provision plant evaporator. And I'm suspecting that there is something wrong with the solenoid valve or expansion valve. So I measure the voltage output on the PLC and I have 238 volts alternating current. And I do further check on a solenoid valve and also on the thermostatic expansion valve. From here, the manual shown that I have a terminal connection for the meat room, vegetable room, and fish room. This is the vegetable room terminal connection. As I measured here, I have 0 volts, meaning there is no voltage signal going to my solenoid valve because the temperature set point is already reached. Once the temperature set point is reached, the solenoid valve is de-energized. On the meat room and fish room, I have this 239 volts because the temperature set point is not yet reached. So I check also again the voltage going to my solenoid valve to my meat room and verified that there is a 239 volts. We are wondering why even we have enough refrigerant, the refrigerant or the evaporator side of my fish room is no longer reach the set point. And what we found here, I have a low voltage 139.7 volts going to my solenoid valve.
Yun, nagme-meter testing kami ngayon. Ginawa ko dito ground. Ginawa ko yung 7. Kinabit ko sa positive test. Dapat more than 100 or 50 mega ohms. Yan. 5 lang. Meron ako 5.5 giga ohms. Ibig sabihin, bumaba siya ng 4.7, 5.23, 5.41. 550 mega ohms to. Pasado to. Pasado tong 7.
So, pasado siya?
Oo, pasado. I-off mo to. Punta ka naman sa wire number 3. Ito. Wire 3. Testing. Yun. Bagsak ka agad siya, oh. Nasa 54 mega ohms ka agad siya, oh. 54.6, 54.5.
We decided to use our digital low insulation testers and we need to identify which of the cable having a grounded one. And as verified, the cable terminal number 4 has a 550 mega ohms. This is good one. And the terminal cable number 3 has only a 54 mega ohms. This 54 mega ohms cable cause to have a voltage drop. So we need to eliminate it, and I tried to find the spare cable 1 which is being used to replace this cable number 3.
5 point ano na yun? So yun ang maganda,
Ito
di ba?
maganda, dapat nasa 100.
Dapat ganun yung leg, make it 100.
Oo.
We found spare cable number 7, and that spare cable number 7 is what we are going to use as a replacement for the cable terminal number 3. For this, I convinced the chief engineer to go with me on the evaporator side and measure the voltage, and we found this one.
Yun, kasama ko si chief engineer. Nire-repair namin to. Hindi lumalamig yung fish room. Nakita namin, kalahati lang ang voltahe ng solenoid valve. Ngayon, yun pala ang dahilan. Bakit? Frozen dito. Frozen, papunta dito.
Kasi kalahati lang
Ibig
bukas
sabihin,
niya.
kinakapos siya sa preyon.
Yun ang tama.
Kinakapos siya.
Ngayon, balik. Subukan mo ulit.
Ngayon, tingnan mo dito, ulitin natin. 139. Supposed to be dapat 230 volts. So, kapag ganyan ang solenoid valve mo, tingnan natin, baka 110 nga lang naman po. 110 okay lang. Pero kung 230,
Ano ba siya?
nakalagay rito, 220 volts, 230 volts.
Okay.
Sabihin, kulang ang voltahe mo, yung magnet na napiproduce nito kulang. Kaya hindi niya natutukulan doon.
Subukan ko.
No? Kita nyo, umandar ulit yung aking fan. Tatanggalin ko itong solenoid valve. Dahil na-found out namin na yung voltahe binibigay. Sa solenoid valve dapat 230. Pero, nung chinek namin, ang binibigay lang yan na voltahe ay 139 volts. Kalahati lang ng 230. Kaya, syempre, yung magnetic field na pinoproduce ng solenoid valve dito sa armature ay hindi enough para magbukas. So, kapag hindi enough para magbukas, yung preyon dito tatawid, no? Tatawid yung preyon mula dito papunta doon sa ating TXB. Kaya yung aming TXB, mapansin nyo, no, meron siya laging ice. Ibig sabihin, kinakapos siya ng preyon. Kaya, lalagyan namin to ng mechanical solenoid valve, tapos uobserbahan namin yung mangyayari. For the meantime, ganyan lang muna ang gagawin ko, pero ilalagyan na ni Hepe ang lagitik yan. Yan, nakita nyo, tumitikas siya, ibig sabihin yung armature niya nagagalaw na yan. Mag-open na yung valve niyan. Obserbahan lang natin na ganyan. Ilalagay ko itong coil. Tingnan natin. Na 355.4 ohms, no? Ngayon, susukatin ko to dun sa baba. Uli, yung solenoid coil doon sa kanyang wire connection papunta dito. Syempre, para ma-check natin, kailangan natin siya lagyan ng screw. Makikita nyo walang magnet. Ang main intention ko, bakit pinilagay ulit itong valve dito sa connection nito, para ma-measure ko yung continuity ng wire mula dito sa valve na to papunta doon sa aking connection terminal.
Okay, I am now here again on the terminal connection box down, and I'm going to measure the resistance of my solenoid valve, and I have here 351.2 to 352.0 ohms, meaning we don't have any cable break or a partial cable break, and the main problem of having voltage drop is the grounded cable 1. So we decide and agreed with the chief engineer that I'm going to replace the cable number 3, and I'm going to use extra cable number 7, which we are found it on the terminal junction box, what we have on the evaporator side. This is the terminal junction box on the evaporator side, and we remove the existing cable from 6 and 7 XT2 leading to my solenoid valve. We replace it with the new cables, and also we are using a terminal cable number 4 and terminal cable number 7, and we remove the cable terminal 3. As you can see here, this is the original cable 1, brown, white, and green, and upon decided to remove it, we replace it with new cable, and we routed the cable. This is the brown and blue. From the terminal box, we connected it and routed under the evaporator, and we are making sure that there is no wire cut, there is no wire grounded, and here we go, the black cable 1, and we are going to attach and connected it on the solenoid valve. So guys, I already connected the black cable using blue and brown, and we are ready to test the evaporator. We are going to start it and measure how much is the voltage now going to my solenoid valve. For the meantime, I'm putting back this screwed fan and put here the solenoid valve, and let us see what's really going on during the start of my Reefer provision plant on the metro fish room.
Extra cable na number 7. Ito yung 7. Ginamper ko yan sa number 4 wire. Punta ako sa taas, kukunin yung continuity. Tignan ko kung kompleto yung wire. Kapag kompleto yung wire, itong 7 at saka 4, ito yung ilalagay ko sa terminal 3 and 4 doon sa taas para makakuha ko ng 230 volts. Oop! Dito na naman ako sa aking junction box. Kinuha ko yung wire 7, itinap ko yan doon sa baba. Siyempre kukunin natin yung continuity para malaman natin kung putol o hindi yung wire. As you will see here, this wire number 7 and the wire number 4, I just connect one probe here and another probe here. What I get is I have a continuity, meaning this wire is good. Then 7, I just verified that the wire 7 and 4 have continuity because I connect it down. Then the next thing, tinanggal na namin yung number 3, pinagkukos ng grounded. Lagay ko yung 4 tsaka 7.
Now we are here and observe the starting time sequence of Reefer chamber unit. As per observation, the solenoid valve is energized at 12 seconds, then stop by 1 minute, then start again within 3 times period to eliminate the flooding. Also, as per observation, the evaporator fan is running within 2 minutes, then after 2 minutes, it will stop by 1 minute, then run again within 2 minutes, within 3 time period. After this sequence, the solenoid valve is continuously open, and the evaporator fan is also continue running until the set temperature is being reached. Once the set temperature is reached, the fan and the solenoid valve is de-energized. Solenoid valve. Yun. 241, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 seconds. Okay. Magkakaroon ng voltahe yung aking solenoid valve. Tapos, tatakbo siya ng 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, yan, 24 seconds, 25 seconds, 29 seconds, 12 seconds, nabubuksan yung valve, aandar yung fan. After 12 seconds, yung power dun sa solenoid valve ay mamamatay, pero continuous yung flow ng aking fan. No? Ibig sabihin, merong program timer itong solenoid valve na to. Kaya nila ito ginawa para ma-avoid yung tinatawag natin flooded system. Para maiwasan yung flooding doon sa ating evaporator. Meron na akong 1 minute namatay yung aking solenoid valve. No? Orasan ko ilang minuto uli magbubukas yung solenoid valve. Sabihin hindi siya continuous, no? Ito meron ng 2 minutes, yeah, 1 minute, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Okay. Andar yung aking fan ng 2 minutes. Patay yung solenoid valve ng 2 minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yan, no? Tapos within a minute, meron ako 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Aandar yung timer ng program ko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ayun, 12 seconds, namatay yung timer. Tapos, aandar naman ng tuloy-tuloy yung fan. Yung time ko nun is 5 minutes and 1 second. Bilangan natin kung ilang minuto aandar yung fan at ilang minuto mag-i-stop yung fan bago siya ulit mag-start. Nakatutok ako dito, no? Ito yung aking junction box. Na-eliminate na natin yung grounded system. Dati 139 volts lang yung pumapasok sa solenoid valve ko. Pero nung tinanggal ko itong wire number 3 na grounded, naging 240. Sabihin, nag-open na ng maayos yung aking solenoid valve. Inuurasan ko na lang ngayon kung ilang minuto tatakbo yung fan. Meron na ako 1 minute na tumakbo yung fan mula nung namatay yung aking solenoid valve. Ngayon meron na akong 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Tignan nyo, solenoid, pasok doon, expansion valve, walang ice, ibig sabihin maganda yung flow. Pero
full open siya.
susukatin ko pa rin yung voltage. Reefer provision of our ship now has a problem, and the problem is the midroom is not able to have the temperature set in range. The fish room also not able to meet the set temperature, but the vegetable room will be able to reach the set temperature. As I check, the problem is when one of the expansion valve, when one of the solenoid valve is being triggered and energized, the expansion valve is closing. So I just focusing my attention on the solenoid valve. From here, the first thing I have problem is the solenoid valve. This is a solenoid valve for my fish room. Fish room, before I measure voltage here around 139 volts, and as I remove the terminal 3 wire, this one, I make use wire number 7, the voltage become 239 to 240 volts. What I found here is this cable number 3 is having a ground dead. I just make measure using my insulation tester. What I have here, I got 54 mega ohms by injecting a 500 volts DC. Okay, while my cable number 4 has 106 mega ohms with 500 volts DC, and I take the cable number 7 because here I have number 7 cable. I just measure also the ground insulation value. What I got here is 5.5 giga ohms with 500 volts BDC, meaning this is 550 mega ohms more. Okay, 500 volts DC. When I check it, I decided to use the cable number 7, and I use a cable number 4. After having this, I will be able to have a voltage on my solenoid valve by 239 volts. So I connected it, and we do run the provision plant. Within a minute,
Ni electrician yung problema ng reefer namin, yung evaporator, yun lang pala, grounded yung wire. So, pinalit niya, at ayun, nag-function na siya ngayon. So, yung maganda rin gawin sa mga electrician na wala pa experience, ganon. Aralin dapat kung ano yung function nun, na halimbawa, nagbubukas yung solenoid valve doon sa monitor. Pero sa actual dito, hindi. So, ibig sabihin, kulang yung kuryente.
Yeah. Kanina, 139.
39 yun, tumaas na tayo.
Naging 240
Okay,
volts.
so ganon yun.
Thank you guys. Sana ay natutunan tayo sa ating technical vlog na ito. Maibabahagi ang ating kaalaman. We are all in the stage of learning. Nobody is perfect. Hindi natin alam ang lahat ng bagay. Pero sa pamamagitan ng actual experience, natututo tayo. Yan, maganda na ang yellow.
Success is not the key
Yan.
to happiness. But happiness is the key to success.
Yun.
If you love what you are doing, you will be successful.
Alright. Tama. Ayan. Ayun guys. Magandang hapon. Ito ang aming buhay dito sa Magpo. Hindi laging
Masaya.
okay. Merong hirap at ginhawa. Yun.
Ayos talaga galing. Best talaga galing.
Guys, after removing the grounded cable, which is causing a voltage drop from 240 become 139. This is a cable number 3 going to my solenoid valve. It drops down the voltage from 240 by 139 with a new cable number 7 to my solenoid. The voltage here become 240 volts. So as you will find here, the fish room is improving. Our meat is negative 14.8, fish is negative 5.6, and vegetable is 1.5. I'm going back. I will let it run, checking the suction pressure. Fine. Here, suction is about how many minutes? 1 bar. My suction pressure is 1 bar. My discharge pressure is 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.5, 17. My discharge is 17 bar and my suction is 1 bar. And also my oil level on the compressor is, look at it, it's the compressor. Okay, this is the fan. And the fan is our very good. And our cooler now, as you will find, this is the condenser. Our inlet temperature is positive 20 and the cooler outlet temperature is positive 25, meaning the heat exchange between the inlet and outlet of my condenser is very good. Normally, the provision reefer should have a difference of 3 degrees. If my inlet is 20, the maximum temperature out will be 23. More than 23 is good enough. Now I have 25, I have 20, meaning my condenser is doing good and better. That's it guys, okay na. Ngayon, our mid room is negative 20.7. The fish room is negative 25.0. And our vegetable room now is 0.8 degrees Celsius. We are now have a good provision river plant. And as you can see here, once you press this button, you will find, because the vegetable rooms is on a range value, the evaporator fan and the suction valve is closed, and the fish room now, it has closed valve and evaporator fan is stopped because it reached the temperature. And also our fish room is the mid-room now have working evaporator and close the valve. And as you will find, the compressor here is already stopped. Then this is the status of my suction and discharge, meaning that our refrigeration plant now is working properly and ready to carry all the provisions we have on board. Meat, and vegetable for everybody